the stop now. They were near the end of their fuel loads, and that was a nasty incident, tagging the wall on the exit for Nelson, and then on the inside of the and that was exit of turn 17.
Some good pit strategy there from came in very rapidly. There's Nelson. He's out of his car. It's going to take a moment or two to recover that. And he gets a round of applause. Whoops. To get through, but the safety car is out there controlling the race.
And that's the reason why you see the SC illuminated around the circuit at the moment and the flashing yellow lights. Service.
Yeah, now I think he's had to come in. And I think he's in, perhaps. He couldn't avoid, because we haven't had the message saying I think he had to come in. He didn't have any fuel left. We were expecting him to come in anyway, weren't we?
Yes, we heard that on the radio communication. So back on Nico Rosberg's Williams Toyota, and the AMG Mercedes has picked up Fernando Alonso while the race is neutralised to ensure that all that debris is removed, the car safely removed, and there's a lot of it now. Cars are being released in order to be able to pick up the race leader.
And we've got somebody slowing there quite substantially, almost too much, I thought.
Perhaps he hadn't been signalled to go by, and they must take their cue from the safety car. You are not permitted to pass the safety car without instruction, but you were right.
One of the Hondas there, yeah. That was the message to Robert.
Save fuel for Kubica and low percentage throttle. That means using a higher gear. Rubens Barrichello is the car in trouble on the exit of turn 13.
So that now makes two cars to be recovered. He's stationary. So two cars to be recovered.
And my guess is that could be fuel.
And into the pits comes his teammate Jensen Button. We've got a few coming into the pits now. Slowly, then coming to a halt.
Confusing. I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe the stop that is stopping. We'll try and get that resolved
for you. Into the pits comes Kubica. So he had to come in as well.
primary tyre on the BMW. 9.2 seconds.
We haven't really had authorization that cars may pit yet.
Again, roughly around 80 kilos of fuel going into the BMW, and that's the harder of the two Bridgestone tyres. This will challenge your lap scoring skills.
The Honda being recovered.
And Ruben's still with the car there at the moment as they try and find a way to park it up in the runoff area at turn 13. And that's just prior to the Esplanade Drive, before the cars cross that bridge area down there in Marina Bay. And we definitely saw what I thought was Rubens in the pit lane. I wasn't 100% convinced, that's what the graphics said, but anyway, whatever the problem, the car has now stopped on the racetrack.
And we haven't had indication of a Honda in the pit lane. Although Barrichello in the pits, yes, perhaps beforehand.
Yeah, I think
perhaps
what's
he
happened
made
is
a
this
pit
is
stop.
as a result, the pit stop has been taken and then the car is stopped after that. Now this is the damaged Renault of Nelson Piquet, and the car's been lifted away, and you can see there's still an enormous amount of debris down there, and even though the cars now use material to try and reduce the number of carbon fibre shards that are spread onto the racetrack, there's still going to be quite a bit of cleaning up there as they take Rubens across to the quiet non-racing line side of the racetrack and then wheel him back into a safe position. Giancarlo Fisichella on board view of the Force India Ferrari, looking at the right side pod radiator entry area on that car. Now let's look at who's stopped. Kubica has stopped.
Pit lane now open. Now that means they can now stop. Kubica refueled, and so did Rosberg refuel during that time. So difficult there. Massa comes into the pits now with the pit lane open, and we'd expect to see, in fact all of them have come in. It's going to be very, very busy in that pit lane. Obviously Kubica not coming in,
And one of the Ferrari mechanics goes down there, very awkward. He's again, second car comes in, Kimi Raikkonen. Oh, and look, we've got Fury. The Fury apparatus has gone with Felipe Massa. And this is a catastrophe for Massa. It's taken the brake refueling system with him. They weren't able to clear it off the car park. Kimi Raikkonen takes his stop. And that is going to set in terms of getting on the podium for Felipe Massa, and possibly if there's more damage even out of the race, there goes his teammate